So I think if we look at the Arlene Schnitzer that's here now and look back at the 91 years of her life, and the reason why she accomplished so much is a couple of factors. First, I think having immigrant parents that worked very hard. Second of all, her mother worked. She had the role model of a working, empowered mother. And third, she had her two sisters. Those were the biggest shaping forces for her. And she just decided that she wanted to become somebody. What that somebody was, I don't think she knew then. I think that was the constant journey she was on.
My parents came from Europe, both of them. They were poor, they didn't have anything. My mother worked in what today we would have called a sweatshop, making little paper flowers. And she did this and read voraciously so that she could see that her children had a life different from hers. Now, I have an obligation there to pass that on, to pass that desire to make life better for those around me, not just for my children and my grandchildren, but that obligation is much broader. It really goes to people that I come into contact with, maybe changing an opinion here or there, or maybe changing something to do with a kid's education. And I really tried to do it. It comes from the very depth of my heart, which came from my parents.
So when she went to the Portland Art Museum, that was that next big transformative moment in her career. You may have forgotten she also produced a talk show on Channel 2, but she had her own show for 14 years on PBS, where she interviewed or bookwalled all these people that they'd fly in.
I opened a gallery, a fine arts gallery, in 1961, which, if you know anything about Portland, Oregon, at that time, there really wasn't much going on in terms of art. And the artists were coming, teaching for a couple of years, and leaving because there was no place to show their work, sell their work. And I went to art school as an adult and opened a gallery.
There was always a project, always a person to help. She was blessed with tremendous energy, a genetic predisposition of having energy and drive and ambition, and then a partner in my father.
I was going to have 5 kids by the time I was 30. Didn't work that way. My mother-in-law used to have a saying. She'd say, "Man plans and God laughs." But considering that I just have the one, he's 5 all wrapped up in one. So here I've got a kid who actually loves art, feels passionate about the things that I love, art and business and people and doing good things. And for that, I am so grateful, and I really treasure that. I have a big mouth, and I think I've used it to stop some things and to start some things, because most people are afraid to open their mouths in meetings. I want to inspire other people and other families to do things for their community. If you don't do it and I don't do it, who's going to do it? You owe something. You can't just take in a fresh air. You have to be responsible. There's only one way to show it. It's either put up or shut up.